Fair use allows to distribute, reproduce, and show clips for criticism, commenting, reporting, teaching, and research of copyrighted material without authorization of the copyright holder.
What's up, brothers and sisters? This is Joe here. This is going to be my first video. I'm going to come along with more videos about my testimony and exposing more things, and then preaching some messages to you guys. I've been saved for like almost 5 years now, and there's just some stuff that God's really pressing on my heart to do, and some stuff I see in the media that I don't see other videos being put out there, and I just this is my calling, so I'm going to start off. And this video that I'm about to show you, it is a very deceptive propaganda piece. Netflix has put it out. There is I came from the New Age movement, so I started off in like the New Age movement. I used to be into hypnotherapy, and I was studying to be a hypnotherapist, and then after that I went into some false religion, some belief system. I finally came to the truth that Jesus Christ is the Lord and Savior, and died for my sins, and we can't earn our salvation, and we accept that Jesus is Lord, and profess that He is Lord believe in our heart and confess with our mouths. And John 3:16, we for whosoever believeth. So I'm a Christian. I finally come to the truth, and now I can see clearly, and God is wanting me to show these deceptions that are put out there. Satan is using the media, shows these deceptions, and this is a great example of a fallen away on how they manipulate the world, people through media, to fall away from the Lord. Okay, or just believe in the false systems, about the Illuminati and the symbolisms used. I want to go through this technique of how they use a certain type of video editing to draw people in, and what they use in this special. Hold on just a second. Be quiet, please. Okay, so before I go into this Bill Burr comedy special real quick, I want to show you, I have this video of this P90X workout, okay, and it's going to set up basically what I'm going to show you, the deceptions about this Bill Burr special. So I'm going to bring this screen up here, okay, and I'm going to enlarge this real quick. Let me back this up, okay, and then this is all in black and white, and you can see that Bill Burr special is in black and white as well, okay, and in the beginning here, you're going to hear repetition in what this guy says. This workout, he's going to be like, it's a back and biceps workout. And he starts off, it's like you're working your back. You pull when you're working your back, and you pull when you're doing biceps. So he says, you're pulling toward your body. You're pulling toward your body. That's a hypnotic technique and repetition. Also, when it starts off right in the beginning, you're going to see where you don't see his face, it's all just black, and you see the lights just on his body. So it's having you focus on the body, the lust of the flesh. And then what it does is it starts to pull away on the camera, and it's drawing you in, and that's a hypnotic technique. The picture starts to go away, and what they do is it's like it would be pulling your attention toward him. So I'm going to push play here real quick. It's going to start, okay? And you don't see his face. See how it's darkened? You just kind of see his muscles, and it's pulling back. That's a technique that's drawing you in to the attention of what they're doing. Now, in meditation and hypnosis, that music that you hear, it's like yoga kind of music and stretching and relaxing. That is also used to draw you in, a hypnotic technique. Then what you're about to see is you're going to see him speaking. You're not going to see the person that he's speaking to, and the whole background is going to be black. Now that flash that you just saw there on the screen is a hypnotic technique too. By that point, they pulled you in, they hit the flash, and they're setting up the trance right now. Okay, so then what he's doing is he's going to be looking this way, not directly at the camera, as if he's speaking to somebody else. That's an indirect teaching technique that they actually stole from Jesus. Like when he spoke to people and he spoke in parables, he'd be talking to a crowd, but the message was really like ripping the hearts of the Pharisees up, okay? So I'm going to push play again, so you'll see that. You'll see that it'll pan away. It's not showing the face, and then there'll be a flash. Now he's going to be looking here, but he's talking to you. See, he's talking to the person He's talking to like an imaginary person over here, but the message is really coming toward you, so it's more acceptable. If somebody's just looking directly at your eyes, looking at you, you need to do this, you need to do this, that's hard to accept. But if you hear somebody else talking to somebody else and they give something, you're like, yeah, maybe I could use that advice. That's an indirect teaching technique. Okay, so I'm going to push play again. Okay, it's going to start off again. Now, pay attention to the sound. Boom, they're drawing you in. Just looking at the body. It's some tribal kind of sound. Again, you see what you need.
Back and biceps is simple old school. It's about using exercises where you're pulling towards your body. You're pulling towards your body.
See, he just repeated that, pulling toward your body, right? Okay, now he's going to repeat a couple more things. He's going to say, you do back, double bicep, back, double bicep. You're going to hear that repeat. And then you're also going to hear at the very end, he's like, you're using two body parts in one workout. And when he says in one workout, the second time you can hear this echo. And by that time, they got your attention. And this is why this P90X has been the most successful financial and workout series since the beginning of DVDs. Everybody has followed this format. They have him teaching the workout, and then you got three people in the background, you know, and they're all of one mind and one accord, you know. In Genesis 11, when they were building the Tower of Babel, they all had one plan and they came together. Okay, now all workout videos follow this format. They have a team, they're all doing the same thing, reaching a common goal, and they all use this subliminal message technique. Now, it's black and white in the beginning, and you know, you go to a theater and they darken all the lights and they got the music, and then all you see is a big bright screen at the theater. That's hypnotic technique. People watch movies or television at home, they turn off their living room lights, they turn on this light, and all their attention is here, and it's just a matter of seconds before you're in a hypnotic trance when you watch television. So I'm going to push play again. We're going to watch it right up to the point to where they get ready to start the workout. Then we're going to expose the Bill Burr, okay? They're pulling back here. He's zooming out.
Back and biceps is simple old school. It's about using exercises where you're pulling towards your body. You're pulling towards your body. It'd almost be impossible to avoid the burn. But the burn's there for a reason. You go back, double bicep, back, double bicep. And that sequence burns calories. You feel the burn.
He's looking over here.
And man, if you really work hard and bring it, you're
but he's talking to you.
Results. You're working two body parts in one direction and you're blasting them in one workout. Magic.
Magic. Notice how he uses the word magic. By that time, they got you in the trance and they warm you up, and people are addicted to these workouts. Okay, now, this is a Bill Burr comedy special. So now that you're aware of the darkness and the light that they also use in the New Age and the Illuminati, you're going to see that this is a hypnotic technique now. Now, this video, in this whole comedy special, I'm going to be exposing more of it because they use the Hegelian dialectic like masterfully in here. Satan is a deceiver, so it's like I'm going to pick it apart. I'm going to destroy this special because there's a lot of money. You never see a lot of money put in this production, but you never see the audience. There's only a couple times where you might see a couple heads in the front. For all we know, there could have been no audience because there's just laughing that's in the background like on a sitcom. Okay, so you just see him. You got the hypnotic lights back here to put you in a trance. It's all white here. Notice how his pants are black, so you're like focused right here and what he's saying. Now this is going to blow you away when we're talking about the falling away. He talks about once believing as a kid, and then, you know, the deceptions of like Santa Claus, Easter Bunny, that kind of, he realized, you know, people had lied to him and stuff, and then he compares that with, you know, the story of Jesus and the Messiah, the resurrection. All right, check this out. I'm going to push play. Just going to let it go.
What happened? He was working at Denny's.
Right here, hold on real quick. Right here, he's talking about the creator of Scientology. So he's kind of saying how Scientology is so crazy, and then he's like, why is that any crazier than basically Jesus walking on water? He says a little bearded baby and stuff, and I'm going to have to edit out. You'll hear the bleeps. But here we go. So he's talking about Scientology right now.
Sick of it. He's like, oh, I'll start a religion. Hey, everybody, there's a spaceship coming back. Everybody's getting sneakers. Oscars, this is Tom Cruise. We're going to try to make you clear. Right? Now look, I'm paraphrasing. To be fair to the Scientologists, I am paraphrasing. But that's essentially what they believe in. And I said that is the dumbest shit I ever heard, while simultaneously still kind of believing that a woman who never got had a baby that walked on water, died, and came back 3 days later. So, yeah.
And you hear the crowd, you hear them laughing. Notice how you barely see some heads down here. You hear the crowd laughing. Look at all these lights. I'm not an expert on any like Illuminati stuff, but I'm sure there's some stuff back there that's very symbolic. But I know about hypnotic technique and the lights that come down, and in that thing he was bringing the gospel of Jesus Christ down, you know, to the level of Scientology, bringing it down to man, you know. So that's, you know, Satan said in his heart that he will ascend, you know, in the book of Isaiah. So, you know, that is basically a way of saying he's also going to bring God down. So anytime somebody tries to bring God down to the level that or to exalt themselves, they will bring God down, because they can't, in their heart they will, you know. So, all right, here we go.
That made total sense to me. So it just hit me one day. I was just like, well, why does that make sense and that doesn't, you know? They got a spaceship in theirs, you know? We had the space shuttle, you know, there's sneakers. There's a lot of shit I can relate to in this. Why does that sound so dumb to me? I don't know, you know what it is? You know, I think it's because I heard their story when I was an adult. I heard my story when I was like 4 years old, right? When I heard my story, there was still some fat coming down the chimney giving me Christmas toys. If I lost a tooth, there was a fairy. There was an Easter bunny. Why wouldn't there be some bearded baby moonwalking across the lake? Throwing out bottomless buckets of shrimp or whatever he did. Of course that makes sense. But what happened was, as I got older, all of that stuff started to fall, right? Like, son, there's no it's your mother and I. Your mom's the tooth fairy. Rabbits don't have eggs. Her are fake. The NBA's fixed. Bankers are... Most of your dreams won't come true.
Now notice how you hear all that laughing, but honestly, for all you know, that could all be edited, because this is a serious propaganda piece. So, could there be a few people, could there be some people laughing to where they naturally are laughing to what he's saying, they're drawn into his techniques, and then they go in, they add more laughs where they think, just like those sitcoms. The deception is just mind-blowing. So keep that in mind, that you don't see the crowd, and yet there's these laughs, you know, and he's a professional up here, basically preaching an anti-Christian message. All right, we're going to continue.
And I was just like, wow, this is how the world is. And meanwhile, this was just floating, this 800-pound gorilla of this story. And I just had to make a decision. What am I going to do? What am I going to do with this?
All right, so he's talking. This is his moment where he makes his decision, where he chooses. Whether he chooses he's going to be a Christian and follow the Lord, surrender to the Lord completely, or he's going to choose the world. Everybody faces this point in their life when they come to the knowledge of the truth. Are they going to accept it or reject it? Are they going to humble themselves and surrender to the Lord and become a believer, or are they going to turn to the world? Now check this out. This was just put out. This piece was just put out on Netflix, and there is many people that are going to fall prey to his message that he's about to give here. So that's why I got to put this out first. It's got to happen. Now pay close attention.
Am I going to cling to it, be that person, you know? That's very offensive to me and other Christians, and become that douche, right?
See, he's saying we're all uptight because we're like, don't say that about the Lord, how he's talking and blaspheming about Jesus and stuff. Okay, check this out.
I mean, it'd be like the casual Christian, right? With like, you know, some 1 foot on base and just, yeah, I kind of go a couple times a year and like my parents come to town.
Okay, so he's saying we're either all uptight or we're all lukewarm and we're just kind of go in and out. We go to church whenever, that there's no real true believers. That's how he's defining Christians to the people that are watching this message. They're either too uptight and they don't have any fun and they're just, judgmental, or they're people that they're faking and they're fronting. So people are laughing, they're falling into this message, okay?
I act like I go all the time and I don't go anymore. Or my last option, which was basically just let go of the you know? Just let go.
Hear the crowd, woo! And they're getting people that are following this hook, line, and sinker. Now look, white, black, listening to his message. He's got him drawn there. He's like, just let go. Just let go. He repeated it twice. Pay attention to that.
Just let go of it, like that creepy moment in...
He said it again. He's like, just let go of it. Let me back it up really quick. So notice he's going to say, just let go 3 times.
Or my last option, which was basically just let go of it. You know? Just let go. Just let go of it, like that creepy moment in curling. You know? You know that moment where the shooter, whatever you call him, is just sliding with that rock, right? Just, let me do this right. Just slide. And you think he's along for the ride. The two of them, they're a team. And all of a sudden, out of nowhere, he just goes... And that rock just keeps going. This dude just stops. That's what I...
Okay, now watch. He's about to have a visual. He showed you a visual there of the falling away, but he's about to have this visual. He's going to now talk about Christianity and the Lord raising from the dead. And he falls away, and it's like he has this creepy face expression on his face, like it's a scared to death, and it's like a man dying or something, and yet he's smiling at the same time. And we need to pray for this guy. We need to pray for everybody that watch this video. You know, I'm not out here to condemn these people. I'm going to be exposing how Satan is using the media and how he has brainwashed and manipulated people. But we need to come together and pray for Bill Burr here, that he would, you know, I'm not judging him to where he's completely fallen away and there's no way back. But regardless, let's pray for him and his family, his friends, and that he sees this message and everybody else. Okay, pay close attention. This is very, very sad. It can make some people angry, but it's very sad to see, because the people, he has thousands and thousands of fans, and people are going to fall prey to his message here, Satan's message.
I do with my religion. I just let go of it. I didn't read a riot act to anybody. I just let go of it. And on the 3rd day, he rose again in fulfillment of
That's very, very sad, guys. He has this like scared to death expression, but laughing, and he is just. This is where we're at. This might make some people angry, you know, but it's a sad thing, but it will strengthen your faith to know that, you know, that it says that the man of sin, the son of perdition, will not be revealed until the falling away happens first. Okay? And if this ain't an example of the falling away coming hardcore.
I just let go of it. I didn't read a riot act to anybody. I just let go of it.
We're gonna start seeing more and more of this stuff. This was like, you know, a 1-2 punch. This was them coming out hard. I mean, they're pulling out all the stops. This production might seem simple, but this is serious propaganda, programming. This is brainwashing. This is hypnotic technique. This is everything that they got. The best writers and comedians come together to do this. Put out by Netflix. And we're going to start seeing this happen, because of course this is going to convince more people. More people are start having these messages. You already see a lot of comedians who are antichrist anyway, but I've never seen it so blatant, and it's gonna start coming more. It's gonna become so common that people are just going to walk away, and everybody's going to be laughing. People are going to be blaspheming, and you know, that's preparing their hearts and minds for the Antichrist. Okay, one more time, and then we'll be done with this, guys.
And on the 3rd day, he rose again in fulfillment of...
Now look at his face right there. That's almost like, you know, like if you see a Hollywood movie and there's like an old man like dying in fear, like, you know, look, that's terror in that guy's eyes, and yet he's like smiling, but he's terrified. And the bit that he follows right after this, he talks about, he goes right into how he's having all these fears all of a sudden. He fears flying and stuff, and doesn't that make sense? You know, like you know, it says in Jesus Returns that they will you know, tell the rocks to fall on them, the mountains, and to hide themselves from the face of the Lamb. And it's just sad. We need to pray for this guy. And everybody's praying.
I just floated away.
So guys, I'm praying for everybody out there sees this message. Pass on this message. I'm gonna be putting out as many videos as possible. I would like subscribers, you know, and just support me, and anybody out there, just pray for him, or you know him, you know, speak to him and preach the true gospel message, you know, and let's try to reach this guy, and let's try to get people in Hollywood saved. And you know, some of these people were born into the system, and they don't know how they've been deceived. All of us once were unbelievers. You know, I was studying to be a hypnotherapist, and all of us once were lost, and we were all enemies of God. And we need to understand that these celebrities and people in Hollywood, in the music industry, that they're deceived like we are. Some of them, they might perfectly know what is going on, and they just blatantly sold out, and they're fine with that. I honestly can't even understand that, you know, but we're believers, you know what I'm saying? But you know, there's some people I believe that still have an opportunity. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong, but I'm not the judge. The Lord is the judge. So, you know, let's put out some messages, and let's hope that, you know, we're careful with our message and not coming out condemning him, you know, like the Mark Dices and stuff out there. Okay, so, you know, guys, just pray for him. I pray for everybody out there, and I'll see you on the next video. Okay, thank you, guys.